hi, oh hi, hey, oh hi, hey, tabaka baka ngamato, datinda bandra, Javeta vetanga makwana at dilekiala. Tabaka galamatoda at dilekiala. Javeta vetanga makwana datendama. Denzeni namatoda divine. Oh yini namakwana tikalkolo. Denzeni namatoda divine. Oh yini namakwana tikalkolo. Ay, oh yo, yo yo. Aye, you. Aya. Tabaka baka ngamato dan datin mama. Jabe tangala makwana at dilekiala. Tabaka baka ngamato at dilekiala. Jabe tangala mato dan datin mama. Haye le. Denzeni na madoda divine. Oh yini na makwana tikalkolo. Denzeni na madoda divine. Oh yini na makwana tikalkolo. Ay! Divine, oh yini na makwana tikalko, denzeni na matoda divine, oh yini na makwana tikalko, oh yo.
After a few miles, we arrived at the hole in the wall, one of the most extraordinary features on the wild coast. It is a high cliff standing out in the sea like an island through which the waves have bored a big hole. The heavy surf shoulders its way through the hole in the wall with deep rumble. The local Africans know the cliff as the place of the sound. The sun was shining and it got pleasantly warm. Irene explored the lower coast side, while I prepared the movie camera and made my way towards the hole in the wall through the low water. A few good sequences, then I had to return before the water reached too high. Then I did mountain climbing. With my binoculars, I enjoyed watching the birds fishing and feeding their youngsters in the nests, which were built on the steep rocky side of the mountain.
La 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 lam tuana, tula tulam tuana, la 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 lam tuana, tula tulam tuana, paya emasimi umama uyasebenza langa liyashona komozi yabuya la 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 mtwana tula tula mtwana la 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 papa tula tula sana paya emasimi paya mama uyasebe mama langa liyashona langa mama ziyabuya komo la 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 mtwana la la mtwana wam tula tula mtwana tula mtwana wam la 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 mtwana la la mtwana wam tula tula mtwana tula mtwana wam paya emasimi paya umama uyasebe mama langa liyashona langa mama ziyabuya komo la 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 mtwana la la mtwana wam tula tula mtwana tula mtwana wam la 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 mtwana la la mtwana wam tula tula sana tula mtwana wam paya emasimi umama uyasebe langa liyashona komozi yabuya la 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 mtwana la la mtwana wam tula tula mtwana tula mtwana wam la 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 papa la la mtwana wam tula tula sana tula mtwana wam paya emasimi umama uyasebe langa liyashona komozi yabuya la la vulindlela susabantwana endleleni isangoma susabantwana endleleni siyaqhakazela susabantwana endleleni vulindlela susabantwana endleleni isangoma susabantwana endleleni siyaqhakazela susabantwana endleleni
Oyoyo, oyoyo,
siyavuma
oyoyo, oyoyo,
siyavuma
oyoyo, oyoyo.
The little daisies came out from their rock caves all over this place to lie in the sun or chase each other around. I called them elephants because anatomically they are the closest relatives of the elephants, hard to believe when you compare the size.
Vumani, haye, haye, kwela.
vulindlela susabantwana endleleni isangoma susabantwana endleleni siyaqhakazela susabantwana endleleni vulindlela susabantwana endleleni isangoma susabantwana endleleni siyaqhakazela siyaqhakazela susa abantwana endleleni
Oh yo yo, oh yo,
siyavuma
oh yo yo, oh yo,
siyavuma
oh yo, oh yo,
siyavuma
oh yo yo yo, oh yo,
siyavuma
aye, Vumani,
siyavuma
Vumani,
siyavuma
Kenny Vumani,
siyavuma
Vumani,
siyavuma
aye, madoda, Vumani lo ndibone sizafaya, hamba.
uyisisisa ngoma uyisiyaphilisa uyisisisa ngoma uyisiyaphilisa uyisisisa ngoma uyisiyaphilisa uyisisisa ngoma uyisiyaphilisa
The sunbird, a little colorful bird with a long sharp bill, is busy to get the honey out of the delicious smelling flowers.
uyisisisa ngoma uyisiyaphilisa uyisisisa ngoma uyisiyaphilisa
Haye kelento madoda ndiyathetha kalo ngoku Vumani
siyavuma
Vumani
siyavuma
Vumani kaloku
siyavuma
yivumeni into
siyavuma
Vumani
siyavuma
We went for the Highgate Ostrich Farm, which is a little bit outside Outhorn, the ostrich feather capital of the world. It is the only town at which ostrich feathers are regularly sold to the various cabaret clubs around the world. On the way to the farm, we could see flocks of ostriches, the biggest bird, guided out to their grazing field. By the farm, I made a tour with other visitors to learn more about this bird. A well-built bird reaches a height of about 2.4 meters and weighs up to 135 kilograms, but cannot fly. They possess a formidable kick, as we would see marks by the fence. Though for a defense, they can run as fast as up 80 kilometers an hour. An ostrich lives about 40 years. Though generally docile, the male is temperamental during the breeding season. When agitated, he makes roaring noises rather like a lion, displays its skin turned bright pink. Pairs of birds often remain together for their life. Hens lay clutches of up to 20 eggs in hollows scooped out of the ground, and the chicks hatch after about 6 weeks. Parents are protective, constantly on the alert for jackals, hyenas, and wildcats. After this brief information, we went to see the birds. Each of us had a handful off to feed a hen with her chicks. In an arena, a bird was demonstrated to us with a sack over his head. This bird seems to have a stupid idea under the motto, "If I can't see, you can't see me." He stays absolutely quiet and not nervous at all.
Kulomhlaba kulusezi abanenze zinkedama kodwa wena ulukhanya ndifuna wena qha kwezantaba ezikude kukwabanye bayalela kodwa wena ulukhanya ndifuna wena qha Dinovalo, kubuhlungu njalo.
Back at the camper, there was a blue crane, the bird emblem of South Africa. This bird had an eye on our bread and other foodstuff. He took the bread in an unwatched moment from the table. As I have seen the plastic bag with the bread in it stolen by the crane, I chased this bird around until he let the bag go on the ground. The Table Mountain, rarely seen without its tablecloth. A 12-minute cable car journey heft us up to the summit of Table Mountain, which is 1,086 meters high. The level but rocky summit provides breathtaking views. The city and Table Bay are spread out below. Away to the south is the Cape of Good Hope, where the peninsula thrusts between two great currents. To the north lie the Hottentot Holland Mountains and the sprawling mass of the African interior. The sunshine let the variety of the wildflowers bloom and the daisy playground of the rocks. The wind got stronger, clouds built up, so we went down the mountain through the city.
Kwezantaba ezekude kukwabanye bayanila korawena ulukanyo ndifuna wenaka ndifuna wenaka.
A large fishing fleet has its base there. Rock lobsters are caught in great numbers here, and there are 2 fish processing plants. At a factory we asked to watch the processing, but the person in charge was not available. The harbor sheltered from the sea by a rocky islet known as Bird Island, which yields more than 30 tons of guano a year. Gannets, cormorants and penguins nest on this island, which is linked to the mainland by a causeway. These birds are packed very tight together, impossible to open the wings for takeoff. But the birds quite cleverly kept a strip clear to be used as a runway. 3-4 times hopping with the feet on the ground forwards, and the speed was enough to wing them up into the air. The landing was not less a spectacular sight and looked similar to a helicopter landing, straight down into the sharp bill of the angry neighbors.
We
Straight down south to Kakamas, where we met again the Orange River, one of the most erratic of the world's first-class rivers. It is a true river of the wildness, moody, sullen and enigmatic. It brought life to the desert areas, but the source of the vast flow of the water was a mystery. The course of the Orange is some 2,000 kilometers long. The great bulk of its water from its own source and that of its principal tributary, the Vaal, comes from the mountains of Lesotho. To the people living in the arid northern and northwestern Cape, this flow of water came from another world. The river rises and falls, sometimes scarcely flowing, sometimes a raging flood 8 kilometers wide, across a sun-baked landscape bare of trees or grass. Only along the verges of the river is there a splash of greenery. As befits too great a river, the Orange carries one of the 6 river tumbles into the greatest of all gorges cut through granite. This waterfall and its gorge at Grabias, at the so-called park, just below Kakamas, is one of the natural wonders of Africa and a gigantic spectacle.
I'ma come do this. Sondela mtawe, nansi nyaganya. I'ma come do this. Sondela mtawe, nansi nyaganya.
Fio, fio,
Sondela mtawe, nansi nyaganya.
fio, fio,
Sondela mtawe, nansi nyaganya. How to lulu. Sondela mtawe, nansi nyaganya. How to lulu. Sondela mtawe, nansi nyaganya. Pow, pow. Sondela mtawe.